Hey everyone, welcome to another top 10 list. And you saw my last video, I did the top 10 best movie endings. Now it's time for the other one, the worst movie endings. Again, this is all opinion, but this is my top 10 list of what I think are the worst movie endings ever. Like, some of these movies might actually be good movies, just the endings themselves are just terrible. Like, these movies just, I don't know what they're thinking with these endings, but yeah. Get right into it. Here's my top 10 worst movie endings. And for a top 10, you gotta have your dishonorable mentions. And the movies that almost made the top 10 worst movie endings were Signs, The Call, Safe Haven, Remember Me, Cloverfield, Lady in the Water, and The Forgotten. All shitty endings, but just couldn't make the top 10 list. But what did make the top 10 was my number 10, and that is I Am Legend. Yes, Will Smith. Movie just about him on Earth, because the world has ended. It's basically kind of like the last man on Earth kind of feel, and honestly, I actually like this movie. This is actually a pretty decent, good sci-fi action movie, and it's pretty good. Will Smith is good. There's some good atmosphere. It's a decently directed film. But the ending to this movie, I hated the ending. This is a shitty ending. The ending of this movie is basically like a typical like action movie kind of ending, you know, when the hero has to sacrifice himself for the lady and the kid. Oh god, I hate it. Like, yeah, he finds the cure to this disease, and basically Will Smith saved the day but gave his life, and it's okay because he's with his family. I think that is the most generic, cliche, predictable way to end a film, and I just don't think it worked for this movie. There is an alternate ending for the film, and actually it should have probably ended with that. The alternate ending is the leader of these mutants is looking for his wife, and the person he's experimenting on is his wife, and basically he just gives it to him, and then the movie ends. I think that's a much more realistic ending, and I think just fits well with the story and the tone. This ending, the original ending, I actually didn't think it fit well with the tone, and I thought it was just too generic and too cliched. The movie itself is good. I do like I Am Legend, but that ending, god-awful. Coming number 9 is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yes, spoilers, they spoiled the whole ending in the trailer. Yes, the last shot of the movie is the last shot in the trailer. That is stupid. That is bad advertisement right there, but the ending in general to this movie is stupid. This movie in general is stupid. This is the worst Spider-Man movie. Yes, this is worse than Spider-Man 3. That's how bad this movie is. Worse than Spider-Man 3. I didn't like this movie, and the ending, I just didn't think it worked. Like, you know, them killing Gwen Stacy, I know it's supposed to be like, oh, this sad scene. I didn't find it very sad, and actually the death kind of makes no sense. I don't even know how she died. Did the rope break her neck? Did she hit her head? Like, I don't understand how she died, and just how random it is and how abrupt it is. It's weird. He quits being Spider-Man, but then he sees a kid in the street, and he's Spider-Man again, and he fights Rhino, and played by Paul Giamatti, who was the worst choice to play Rhino. Like, he is so silly and over the top. Spider-Man! And I really didn't like this ending. This is one of the worst endings to a superhero movie. Even bad superhero movies have actually decent endings, and have better endings than this shitty ending. This is the worst ending to a superhero movie, and it's stupid. And it spoiled the ending of that trailer. That was stupid. Really stupid, and yeah, I found this movie very underwhelming, and the ending was even more underwhelming. Number 8 is the Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 2. Yes, all these Twilight movies suck, and yeah, most of the endings all suck, but this ending is the ending that just infuriated me. Like, I hated this ending. This movie is in general stupid. It's a poorly shot film, a very, very poorly acted film, and a horribly directed film, and like all of them, they're all terrible. They actually got a good director like Bill Condon to direct this movie, and he even failed at it. All these good directors just failed at all these Twilight movies. It just shows you how shitty these movies are. And even Steven Spielberg could probably make this movie good. None of these movies good. And yeah, this movie's probably the more tolerable of the franchise, but the ending, oh my god, I hated the ending. Like, yes, I know everyone's probably thinking, wait a minute, the ending to this movie is great. It has a badass action scene. People are getting killed, and there's some awesome effects, and it's so silly and over the top, but it's kind of fun. It's the only thing in Twilight that was actually fun. Yes, it was fun, and yes, it is the only thing in Twilight that was fun. But it was all bullshit. It was all a dream. It was all a vision. None of it was real. And that is, oh my god. Twilight has done a lot of dumb things, but this is the dumbest thing. Like, I thought for once this movie was actually going to go against the source material. I thought it was just going to go crazy and start killing characters off and have this cool action scene. I actually thought that was the movie. I know everyone's probably thinking, well, that's what makes it a good twist. It was all a vision. No, I think that makes a stupid twist, because you basically just had the scene for no reason at all. Like, no reason. Just had an action scene just to have an action scene. just so you could put it on the poster, just so you could put it in the trailer. It was stupid. Yes, it was a cool action scene. Yes, characters were dying, and you were enjoying them dying because you hate these characters so much. But it was all bullshit. It was all just a vision. Alice was just showing Arrow a fucking vision, and it was stupid. In the movie in general, it just ends with this weird little banter with Edward and Bella. It has like little flashbacks of the previous films, like, oh, look at the journey they went on. And honestly, we don't give a shit. And then by the end of this movie, I'm like, I fucking hate this franchise, and I hate that. And I hate that this actually made me entertained for like 2 minutes. I actually tricked me. I actually thought I was actually going to like something in this movie. But it was all bullshit, and this entire franchise is bullshit. Hate that fucking ending. Coming number 7 is Now You See Me. Yes, you know that movie that came out last year or the year before? Yeah, you know that very predictable, generic magic movie? Do you remember that? No? Okay, I barely remember it either, but it had a really stupid ending. Like, what I remember from this movie is the ending. The ending was really stupid. Spoilers, Mark Ruffalo, he's the guy. He's the guy that's controlling all this. He's the one, all these magicians, who they work for. He's the one that's pulling all the strings and everything. Mark Ruffalo, yes, the cop who's trying to catch them is actually the person who's actually working with them. That's the twist. Why is that stupid, you probably thinking? Well, it makes no sense. And it makes no sense. And this movie doesn't even explain why he's doing all these things. This movie doesn't even explain how he did it, why he did it. It doesn't explain anything. It just shows him, yeah, here we go. I'm the guy you've been following, blah, blah, blah. And here we go. And then the movie just ends. And the movie ends with all of them going on this merry-go-round, and then they just disappear. You don't know where they disappear to. I don't know if they went to like a fucking other world or something. It makes no sense. And like by the end of this movie, I was just confused and scratching my head. I'm like, what? That makes no sense. So yeah, stupid ending because it makes no sense. Coming number 6 is The Matrix Revolutions. Yes, Matrix Reloaded had a pretty stupid ending, but this was really stupid. Yes, Neo is gonna fight Agent Smith. Yes, Trinity dies, but you know, that kind of worked for the film, but Neo fights Agent Smith in The Matrix, and the whole world is all Agent Smiths, and the Neo fights, has a pretty silly, stupid, but I guess sort of fun fight with him. But then Agent Smith is victorious, and he turns Neo into another Agent Smith, and Neo blows himself up, and then that saves all of Matrix. Does that make sense? God, no, but whatever, this movie's terrible as long as this ends the movie quicker, and yeah, that was really stupid, but whatever. But how does this movie make the ending even dumber? Well, it ends with the Oracle talking to a little girl. She's looking up in the sky, and the girl's like, will we see Neo again? And she's like, I think so. The end. Oh, just fuck you, movie. Fuck you, movie. Coming number 5 is Lucy. Yes, remember this movie that came out last year? This really silly sci-fi action movie, Lucy, starring Scarlett Johansson? I love Scarlett Johansson. She's a great actress. God, I don't know what she was doing for this movie. This movie was ridiculous. Like, I get it, like, if you want to watch, like, a mindless action movie, sure, this movie's harmless. Like, I can't say it's god-awful. Like, if you want to go check this movie out, I've seen way worse films. The ending, though, the ending is stupid, because the whole movie is about her. She's using more percentage of her brain, almost like the movie Limitless. But, like, the more percentage she's using, the more smarter and more stronger she's getting. And then no one knows what happens when she reaches 100%. And basically, the ending of this movie, she reaches 100%, and basically she becomes, like, one with the world. She turns into, like, a hard drive. Yep, that's the ending. She turns into a hard drive. What a good payoff. What a good payoff. Coming number 4 is Superman. Yes, 1978 Superman. I love this movie. This movie is so good, so fantastic. I love it. It's one of my favorite superhero movies. I still stand by it. It is the best Superman movie. But I will openly admit that the ending to this movie is really dumb. Yes, Superman witnessing Lois Lane dying and then just flying into space, spinning the Earth around and turning back time to save her is really stupid. Like, it's really stupid. Seeing as, like, the king of Deus Ex Machina, like, that is such a quick fix and so stupid. Like, why'd they even kill Lois? And if they did, why didn't they just keep her dead? But also, that's, like, my only problem with the film, honestly. Actually, if that ending didn't happen, I'd probably like this movie all the more, because I love this movie. I love the comedy, I love the action, I love the performances. Marlon Brando, Gene Hackman, Christopher Reeve, all fantastic. Everyone's great in this movie. Jackie Cooper, Ned Beatty, Mark Kidler, all of them are fantastic. I love this movie. It's a bit dated, but I still love it. But that ending, with him spinning the Earth around, it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Still love this movie, though. Coming number 3 is The Unborn. Yes, this very generic, cliched, stupid stupid horror movie. Demon kind of possession kind of movie, you know, a girl who had a twin brother, he was a bad twin, a demon, oh, he's haunting her, ooh. Honestly, I actually never hated this movie. I didn't hate it or like it. There was some decent atmosphere in the film, and Gary Oldman was in it, and he was pretty good, but the acting in general was bad, the scares were pretty cheap, and it was kind of boring. At least it was short, but the ending was really dumb, you know, like with the possession scene, oh my god, that was so stupid. And the ending with her getting pregnant, and you think, oh, maybe it's the twin brother in her belly, you never know, the end, and oh, come on, like, that is so stupid. Like, I know a lot of horror movies end really dumb, you know, like, you know, with the jump scare, like a boo. I would have preferred if this movie just ended with a stupid jump scare, like a woof in the end, like the killer comes out. I hate when horror movies do that, but I would have preferred a dumb ending like that than this stupid ending. The fact that she gets pregnant and that this baby might be like a bad baby, a demon like her twin brother, I think that is so dumb, and it just doesn't work for the story. And I think this movie was just trying to be clever, but it just ended up being even dumber than it was. So, good job, The Unborn. Coming number 2 is The Devil Inside. Yes, here we go, another horror movie. This is probably the worst horror movie ending in the history of horror movie endings. The ending of this movie ends with the main characters in a car, they're driving to a hospital, then the movie ends with their car crashing, flipping over, and then it ends. That's it. Like, it doesn't give you any hints, it doesn't ever say anything, it doesn't, did they live? Who knows? Who cares? This movie obviously didn't care, and honestly we didn't care, but I can fully admit that is the worst ending to a horror movie. I've never seen a horror movie end that bad. Congratulations to Devil Inside, you got the crowning jewel of the worst horror movie ending ever. Good job. And the number 1 worst movie ending of all time is Planet of the Apes. Yes, Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes. I mentioned the original Planet of the Apes in my top 10 best movie endings, because that had a really good twist that worked so well for the film. It actually created, it's actually an iconic scene, and it worked for the film. It was really good. And you felt really bad for the main character. Like, oh my god, Earth is no more. This is Earth and it's ruled by apes. That's terrible. But this movie, this ending, was confusing, weird, ridiculous, and kind of laughably stupid. Like, I was kind of laughing at how bad and stupid it was. The end of this movie ends, you know, like Mark Wahlberg finds a planet, it's ruled by apes, it used to be Earth, but then he goes on his ship, goes through a black hole, and he thinks he's going back to the Earth he knows. But little does he know, he goes to a planet, and it is Earth, but it's not his Earth. This Earth is actually ruled by apes, just like the planet he just went to. But it's modern time, like, ruled by apes. Like, these apes are dressed like police officers. They're basically dressed like humans, and the world looks the same. It's not like a desert wasteland. It's our planet, just with apes, and the apes act like humans. Why? Who the fuck knows? And he goes into the Lincoln Memorial, and there's a statue of the bad guy, Thade, yeah, as Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, I'm not shitting you. Abraham Lincoln is now Thade, the ape from Planet of the Apes. What? That is the... Oh my god, like, that ending is so confusing and makes no sense. Like, I'm like, wait, what? What? Did the apes take over? What? Why are they just like humans? Why are they acting like humans? What? Like, I have no idea what it is. Like, some people are probably thinking it's a multi-universe. Even so, it still makes no sense, because the Earth looks just like our Earth. There's no difference. The only difference is, we're apes instead of people. Makes no sense. Like, I have tried to pick this ending apart. It makes no sense. Like, I don't know, I wish someone could explain to me what this ending means. To me, it makes no sense. Like, there's nothing about it that makes any sense. And honestly, this movie shouldn't have had, like, a big twist ending. Like, Rise of the Planet of the Apes and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, they didn't need a good twist. They just had a good story, good effects, and good characters. That's what made them good Planet of the Apes movies. This movie was a shitty Planet of the Apes movie, so I guess it just needed a good twist, you know? Hey, maybe a good twist will hook the audience. It didn't. This was a bad movie with a bad movie twist, and probably the worst ending I've ever seen to any movie. So congratulations, Planet of the Apes, you made the number 1 worst movie endings. That was my top 10 worst movie endings. So yeah, please in the comment section below, tell me, did you agree with this list? And if not, give me your top 10 worst movie endings. What do you think is the worst ending to a movie? Give me your top 10s, comment below, and let me know. As always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.